Well, before we begin the interview, what is this?
Oh, this is a very nice pendulum.
Yeah.
The wire is fixed on the 5th floor of the building. It shows actually the Earth movement.
What's also very awesome in addition to this pendulum is you, Gregory Kisling,
Andrew?
the new VP of Product at Omega. We are at Omega.
Exactly.
Do you want to know why? Are you curious?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because I actually haven't really told Gregory too much. The answer is something that you're responsible for. That's right, you, watching this on YouTube. You went absolutely bananas for the Speedmaster 57 reissue from this year. And initially, I just thought, okay, this is a beautiful watch aesthetically. But as I researched more into it, I realized there's a whole story here. So I thought, I'm going to come back and ask the man about it. Going in here?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Okay. Andrew, please come in my office.
This is a hell of an office. No, the thing that's surprising about this watch immediately, in addition to the gorgeous aesthetics, is the slimness, the thin case profile.
Exactly.
And in my mind, this is dramatic. And this is where the story gets interesting, because it is a dramatic reduction in a biconvex case profile.
Huge gap, a huge gap.
Huge gap.
Compare this generation to the previous one, it has more than 3 millimeters.
So the last time you saw a watch looking like this, it was, and we're jumping ahead a little bit in the story, I'm just going to do it, it was this thick.
Yeah.
So in a world where fit and feel and weight and ergonomics seem to be more important than ever, this is a dramatic change in proposition, which is why not only has it this beautiful face that looks so good on social media, it also has a totally different wear proposition. And if I were to ask you what changes the thinness of a watch, this is where you say one word.
Yeah, the movement.
Bang. That's why we start here.
The idea was to remove the self-winding mechanism, and here we have a total thickness of only 6.4 millimeters. It's actually thinner than the Moonwatch movement, 3861 caliber. Because this movement, as I said, is 15,000 Gauss magnetic resistance without putting a Faraday's cage around the movement.
Now, I want to tell a little bit of a story about the 57, because Marcus, if you can just get a little snap here of the story of the Speedmaster.
Yeah, this is a timeline of the Speedmaster.
Yes, the pre-Moonwatch Speedmasters had quite different, case design, and we're bringing that back with a 57 as well. So we're also removing something. Tell me the story.
Yeah, it is important to mention that the first Speedmaster that was launched in 1957 within the trilogy, you know, with the Railmaster and the Seamaster 300.
I so regret missing that collector's box. Gregory!
It's too late, sorry.
You told me at the time.
It's too late.
I didn't listen.
The Speedmaster was actually the first watch in the entire watch industry having the tachymeter outside the dial in order to improve and to increase the readability of the time and the timekeeping. It is very interesting to mention that the third generation 1, 2, and 3, they share actually the same case body, which means symmetrical shape and straight lugs.
Straight lugs, and we're going to get into this when we go side by side, but the design language of this 57 Speedy right up to the Moonwatch is very different, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. So the Moonwatch, I mean the famous ST-105012, the first watch won on the moon in 1969, thanks to Buzz and Neil Armstrong. This is named the 4th generation, and we changed the design of the case body in order to be asymmetric, but the purpose, the goal behind this change was to protect the crown and the pushes.
Yes. We're also missing something quite significant here compared to the 57. What is it? I'll give you a clue.
The bicompax.
Exactly.
The bicompax look.
A whole subdial off.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did we do that?
The idea was to change a little bit the chronograph display. We wanted to read the timekeeping as we read the time. So we have the 12-hour recorder and the minute recorder on the same axis, on the same staff, in order to read the timekeeping as we read the time. And that's why we have two hands on one subdial and the other hand for the small seconds. And that's why the big compacts came out, and plenty of room for the date window at 6 o'clock. Because if you have a look on the Speedmaster and the Moonwatch, there's no date at 6 o'clock.
Yes, exactly. Also, those gorgeous broad arrow hands have remained, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now we move on to the collection. This is the moment you've been waiting for. We're going to talk through the new models.
So the new Speedmaster 57 collection is composed by 8 references having 4 different faces, so 4 different dials. So the products are mounted either with a metal bracelet or a very nice vintage leather strap. Let's start with this very nice blue dial, which is produced with a PVD technology, which means physical vapor deposition, with a very nice sunburst finish starting from the star.
It's sort of a midnight blue, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's a
Midnight blue
is
a perfect name for these references. We decided to play with a two-tones aspect. That's why the mini track and also the track for the 2 subdials are in black in order to give a very nice contrast. And the hour markers are mounted with the very nice indexes.
How does PVD come? I've never heard of a PVD relating to a sunburst hour.
The sun ray is made on the first step. I mean, there's a specific production process. So the base is made in brass, and then we do the sun brush, and then we do the blue PVD. But we have a different protection in order to have the mini tracks in black. Yes.
Have you ever done a sunray dial with that technique before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because it's so lush. It looks different.
It is.
Okay. And that's the one you're wearing. Why did you choose that one yourself?
Because I'm wearing a blue suit.
You like blue? Yeah.
I like blue.
He has one for every color of his suits.
We decided to use the same process for this very nice dark green dial. Also with this black mini track, and also for the subdials. Look at the thickness.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't get over it either. But I can't get over this green. This is so mysterious, and it changes all the time. Okay.
Yes.
What else you got? Ron Burgundy.
And the burgundy, we didn't use sunbrush finish. We wanted to introduce varnish paint for the burgundy.
Varnish. I just noticed something.
This is varnish, yes.
The track. The tracks of the subdials are not burgundy.
No, also black.
Yeah. I didn't pick this up, Marcus. So strange. We held these for about 20 minutes. I didn't even notice. The indexes, this is what I love about the 57. The finishing versus the Moonwatch. The hands, the broad arrow hands, and then the applied indexes.
That's why the Omega logo is applied,
yes.
Which is not the case with the vintage.
Is that
version.
right? Let's have that's a funny thing that we forgot.
So here, no applied elements because of the dial sandwich conception.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
What the heck?
Yeah, the idea was to increase the intensity of the loom. So that's why we decided to go with a sandwich conception in order to get more volume.
It's 40.5 diameter, lug to lug, so it's in that Goldilocks zone, under 50 mil. It's a perfect watch to look at. It might be the ultimate spec monster. Let me say one thing about Bicompact's Omega Speedmasters. This is only the 2nd generation. First in 2013, second in 2022. So I'm a Bicompact's nut. The whole world is Bicompact's nuts. Like, there are that many micro brands doing Bicompact's chronographs right now. It's an exciting moment. I really didn't expect you to take me on a journey that intensive, but I'm glad you did, because we have broken down a watch that will sell itself off the shelf with its aesthetic, beautiful looks, but really has a lot to offer, including METAS certification, which is these little red cards inside these little displays.
Very important point.
It is an important point. And that's what I love about Omega. You are getting an elite, high-performance engineering marvel that just looks gorgeous. Gregory, it's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the promotion. I'm never surprised by this man's rapid ascent through the industry. I'm going to come back and ask you more questions one day.
Oh, sure.
You ready for me?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Always. Thank you.
Cool.